It's working. So we're going to be happy birthday.
Hey.
So
We're just going to check. Hello, everybody. I think maybe we might be in the right place. We're just going to check, make sure we're all in the right place. Welcome to your staycation, our fourth staycation. This is the annual one. We're going to give a moment for everybody to come on. We can see that we are live. So we are excited to have you join in tonight. And this is our getting to know you session. So I'm just going to, all of us are sort of looking in different places here. So as you come on, come and say hello. Tell us where you are watching from, whether placed geographically, it would be great. But also if you're on your couch or if you're in your craft room, wherever you are, if you have a fun beverage with you, or if you have milk and cookies, that will work too. So it is a happy staycation birthday for us. This is our, it's hard to believe, our fourth staycation already. Yeah. So in the last year, Marilyn and Lillian and I have planned 4 staycations for you. We have learned a lot along the way. We've done planning, we have done playing, we have done paper crafting. We have made a lot of bloopers along the way. We have had some technology issues, and we are hoping that this is going to be the best staycation ever. So thank you for coming and joining us tonight. Do we have a few folks on? I don't have mine up yet. So I'll go in there right now. So here we are. I can see us. There we go. We are live. And we have 15 comments. Perfect. So I am going to just turn myself down because you can hear that there. Yeah. Okay, so tonight is our chance and your chance to get to know each other a little bit better. And for those of you who are brand new to us, I'm just going to introduce us here, just our names right now, but we are also going to give you a bit more of an introduction just a little bit later. So I'm Joanne Rogers, and I'm your moderator for this evening. And I'm going to ask these lovely ladies just to put their hand up in case you have never met them before. So Marilyn Wagner is one of my cohorts, and Lillian Kemp is my second cohort. And we are your staycation team. We also have a little sidekick with us tonight, and she's not going to wave because she's behind the scenes, and her name is Carmen Carnegie, and she is helping us out with, especially with our Zoom calls, because we don't want to be taken off topic and looking at comments. We've asked we've asked Carmen if she will do that for us. So thank you very much, Carmen. And she is a Duke's diva, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that in just a little bit. We won't take up too much of your time tonight. We want you to be super fresh for your day tomorrow. Even though it's not grueling, it's some watching, and it is an all-day event. We like this format, and it has worked, and people tell us they love it. So that's what we're sticking with it. So we want to tell you tonight just a little bit about what your day is going to be like tomorrow. We also have a couple games for you, and we have some trivia. We have some prizes to award as well tonight. So we've got a few things happening. Feel free to ask any questions that you want, either about the day itself, about this event, about any of us. If you have a burning question about us, what color we have on our toenails, that might be a good one. Feel free at any time to ask those types of comments. So I did mention our lovely Vanna White, Carmen. So Carmen is helping us out. You may see her reply to comments in the Facebook group. And so don't be surprised if you see her answering a question, or if she's not able to answer the question, she will forward it on to us. We also will check all the comments afterwards, and we'll reply if we need to, if someone else. But you know what? If you know the answer, if somebody asks a question in a comment and you see it, and you know the answer, feel free to pop it in there. That is wonderful. And that's one of the great things about our Stamping Staycation, is that we have a wonderful community, and we have a lot of folks who are back for the 4th time, and certainly the 3rd time. So welcome to the newcomers, but welcome to those oldies, those goodies, but oldies as well. So we actually have a challenge winner alert. Right now. Probably we should have had our noises there, but
Well,
it's going to be for Lillian,
nice.
and Lillian is going to take it from here.
Okay, can you turn your phone on?
Yeah, it's just coming here. There we
And
go.
It is
looks
spotlighted.
like it's I will get with you here.
Okay, there you go.
You had a nice view of the ceiling there. So what I've done is I have put all the names of the people who took part in the layout challenge. So casing the catalog layout challenge. And I've put you on this wonderful wheel. And now you can watch the magic and keep your fingers crossed if your name's on here. And it is Rhonda McLeod. So Rhonda, you have that one. So yay!
Okay. Thanks, Lillian.
Okay, so we are back again. So for those of you who haven't got a clue what that is all about, we did something a little bit different with this staycation where we had our challenges in advance. And every week for the past 3 weeks, we have put up a PDF with a caddy case. So something from the catalog where we took one of the projects and we cased it. And we asked you to make a card and post it into the comments. And you could have done the exact same case if you wanted. It's a PDF for you, or you could have done whatever you wanted. And we had lots of people doing all kinds of wonderful things. And so if you did that and you posted your picture, then your name went into that challenge. And so Rhonda had done that. And so Rhonda's going to receive a little gift from the 3 of us. And so we have another 2 of those that we are going to award this evening. So we have a question. Oh, sorry, Lillian.
Can Rhonda give us her address?
Oh, Rhonda, yeah, you probably heard that. Rhonda, can you please send us your address? Don't put it in the comments, just maybe send an email to one of us. Doesn't really matter. If you have Lillian's, go ahead and do that there, but any one of us will work. That would be great. Thank you. Okay, so our first question for the evening. So we would like you to put into the comments, please. This weekend is all about celebrations. So seeing that it's our first anniversary and you sort of saw all of our logo and everything has banners and has the little birthday hat and everything. So this weekend is all about that. So that's what our questions are going to be centered around tonight too. So you want to put into the comments, what kind of yummy goodie do you have to have? Like it's non-negotiable for a celebration. Is it cake, pie, ice cream, donuts, gummy bears, Hawkins cheesies, for those of you who read my bio. Whatever it is, just put it into the comments. And then while you are typing that in, we will start to introduce ourselves. And just so you can get to know us a little bit better, we did post a bio in the group itself, but sometimes it's nicer just to hear it from the horses' mouths. So we're going to start with Marilyn. So go ahead, Marilyn.
Okay, pardon my funny hat here, but it's birthday time. So thanks, Joanne. I have met a number of you before, but to bring you up to speed, I live in Spruce Grove, which is about 20 minutes, I think, west of Edmonton. I've never timed it. I enjoy all kinds of crafts. I can't remember a time when I haven't enjoyed that, and considering my age, that's a pretty long time. There's a few that I would still like to try, one of them being the paint class with friends that you see people posting pictures of and whatever. So maybe when we're back to when we can be with people again, close quarters, I would like to try that. I have a bit of my background. During my school years, my dream was to be a teacher. Never happened. Got to grade 12, finished grade 12, thought this is enough of this crap, and headed off to work in the accounting field, which I thoroughly enjoyed when I did get there. But when I first left high school, I worked for 2 years in an auto dealership in Spruce Grove here. And then when we got married, we moved to Edmonton and decided apartment life was not for us. So we did buy a house in Spruce Grove, and we've been here ever since. We're not much moving people. I met Karen Duke, our upline, as Joanne mentioned, we're part of Duke Stevas, and I met her in high school and we became lifelong friends. We did things like Red Cross Club, Library Club, Yearbook Club, nothing sportsy for us at all. So, and when she signed up for Stampin' Up and I hosted a workshop for one of her first ones, it was like, oh, wow, I like this stuff. So I attended a few workshops with her. And then Stampin' Up, as they quite often do, came out with a great special where you could get a full set of, I believe it was 12 at the time, of the ink pads. And because I was sharing my tools and stamping things with our daughter who lived in Sherwood Park, which is a good hour away, it wasn't very convenient. So I thought, oh, I'll just sign up and get these and then we can each work on things. And I spent an afternoon with Karen explaining, she was explaining, I wasn't, all the ins and outs of Stampin' Up and how you didn't have to do anything and whatever. And I thought, oh, maybe I could try this and whatever. And it's just been a dream come true because now I can be a teacher. I can teach you about card making. I can teach you about some computer stuff. And I love that end of it as well, the technology, the researching, figuring things out and whatever. So I did make some notes here, so bear with me. So celebrations, as Joanne mentioned, this is a celebration of our first anniversary, a happy birthday to Staycation. And I love to create for those. I send out lots and lots of birthday cards. And one of my special treats is when somebody that I've met over the years on social media or in person asked me to do special cards. And this last 2 months ago, I was asked to do a 60th anniversary card and an 80th birthday card for the same people. It was so special, so special. And I was really tickled to be able to do that. So that is basically me. I love helping people and sharing those things with all of them. So hopefully we can continue this community together.
Thank you. And Lillian.
Hi, I'm Lillian, and I also live in Spruce Grove. And although Marilyn and I live only minutes away from each other driving, just because of COVID, we don't get to see each other either, except over the internet here. And when she said she likes to help people, she has helped me so much. And so she's an excellent teacher. I just love that. So yes, I live in Spruce Grove now, but I haven't always lived in Spruce Grove. I grew up in just outside of White Rock, which is south of Vancouver. And then once I started working, I became an elementary teacher, and I lived in Dawson Creek and Cranbrook and Regina, all the highlights, you know. And then I even lived for a while in the Philippines, and then I moved to Edmonton, and I lived here for a while, and then met my husband, who was a widower with 2 young children. And so eventually we got married, and I skipped the diapers, but I have 2 children. One lives here in Edmonton she has 2 little ones. And then our son lives in the Netherlands, and he has 2 little ones. So we're missing the traveling right now because we don't get to see them, and they're changing so much. But again, thankful for technology at least. So you know where we're heading once travel bans lift. Stamping, I started stamping actually as a team builder thing at work one time, and fell in love with it, and fell in love with making cards. And then family and extended family and friends basically demanded homemade cards. They were pretty disappointed if they didn't get one. And when I discovered Stamping Up, I loved their quality. I love their coordination because I'm not good at coordinating. So they did it for me. And like Marilyn, there was a great deal. So I signed up to be a happy shopper. I just wanted the starter kit because it was so good, and I wanted the discount, and I was never going to do anything else. But then I shared with a friend or 2, and then a few more, and it just evolved, and here I am today. As for celebrations, I love using our stash of supplies to create things for celebrations, whether it's table decor or packaging or the cards too, or whatever. I just love all that kind of thing. And I come by it honestly. My mom loved to throw a party, especially if it had themes and everything. So I'm not as good as her, but I do enjoy it and love using our supplies for that. So back to you, Joanne.
Thank you, Lillian. So to give you a little bit of info about me, I don't live in Spruce Grove. I live a little further south than Marilyn and Lillian. I live just outside of Red Deer, just a little bit north of Red Deer. So I'm a Central Alberta gal, and I have been for several years now. I moved here. My home is actually Northwestern Ontario. I'm a Thunder Bay girl, and I know that we have somebody else here who is from that area too, and which is sort of neat, right? The 6 degrees of separation. And so when you talk about something and just share whatever your community, whatever you're doing, it's amazing how you will connect with somebody. And stamping is a perfect way to do that. So for me, I think I've always sort of been in the business end of paper crafting. I've done it for years and years, and if I can put my finger into some kind of crafting, except knitting. And if Deb is on here and if Mary is on here, they will know for sure that knitting is not for me. But I do lots of other things. And so I've been doing that for years. And we had, and Mary, who I just mentioned, 3 of us actually owned a scrapbooking and rubber stamp store in Red Deer called Personal Imprints in the late 90s. And it was through that store that I got introduced to Stampin' Up, because Karen Duke, who we've mentioned several times already, came down and used to teach for us in the store. And then Stampin' Up came into Canada, and we coincidentally had decided we were going to close our store down. And it wasn't long after they were here in Canada that we did. And we were still in the store. We had closed and locked it. And Karen came down and signed both myself and Mary up that afternoon, I think it was. So I don't even think that there was a special on when I joined. There was no question at all that I was going to continue doing this. And like Marilyn loves teaching, and like Lillian was a teacher, I think that that's actually a little bit of my calling too, is that I love the teaching aspect of this. And I love to see people's eyes light up, or for them just to have such a sense of accomplishment from making something and their own 2 hands making it. Or we'll often hear people say, well, I'm not crafty at all, or I'm not. And everybody is. And so when you can help somebody realize that they have those skills and talents, and everybody has them, that's a wonderful feeling. So I love, what else did I want to say? So we've seen a lot of changes with Stampin' Up in the years that we've been here. I've been 18 years with Stampin' Up. Lots has changed. And as I said, I was introduced through Karen. She had these wonderful things called idea books and catalogs, and she got contraband. So Karen, I'm sure she would never do this now, but went across the border and got the catalogs. And we loved those catalogs, and they are not even close to what they are now, but they were pretty special because we didn't have anything else like that. So it was exciting for all of us, I think, when Stampin' Up came into Canada. So I'm a trained accountant, actually. So like Marilyn, I like to call myself a creative accountant, however, and in the business world, creative accountant isn't necessarily a good thing, but in this world, it's a really good thing. So I gave up that career about 5 years ago, and I've been doing this full time. I have an internet business. I have a website and everything. And I do have to say it's probably the most fun job I've had my whole life. And I don't think that there's a day, there'd be very, very, very few of them when I've gotten up and said that I don't want to go to work. And of course, I only have to go right down my stairs to get to work, but it's a pretty fun job. So crafting for celebrations for me is probably the most joyful part of being creative. And probably my standard favorite is birthdays, but I actually like, I think those one-off kinds of occasions just a little bit better. So even some of those impromptu ones where we get together with people, like my hat was made in about 10 minutes before we went live tonight. And just the fact that we have the paper and everything, and I had, these are scraps of ribbon. We all have those types of things in our toolkit, right? So, but also theme parties. Halloween parties, especially all kinds of celebrations, just getting together with friends. I went all out and did a 25th wedding anniversary set up for friends, and all of that stuff is so appreciated, and people just love to see what you come up with. So I think that's probably my favorite types of celebrations to craft for. So I think so that's us. So here's another chance for you to us get to know you a little bit. So we have our next question. So go ahead and get your fingers ready, because the question is, what's the color that you reach for the most to create with for your favorite celebrations? So again, it doesn't have to be Christmas or birthdays, whatever a celebration means to you. What's your favorite color that you like to craft with for those? And excuse me, and while you're typing that in, we're going to give you a little bit of background on Staycation itself. So as we mentioned, the three of us and Carmen too are Stampin' Up sisters on Karen Duke's Divas team. And although we don't see each other a huge amount, Marilyn and Lily and I I think it was Marilyn and I at first, we were talking about, and then we roped in Lillian. We were talking about, especially during the pandemic, how we could still stay connected and how we could also stay connected with all of you and our customers. And so with the shift to virtual learning and so much Zoom and Facebook Live and everything, we thought that maybe we could take a page out of 5, it was at the time, ladies down in the States who did a very similar event, or we're doing a very similar event called Creativate. And we've taken that page, but we've tweaked it a little bit and we've made it our own. So we have some different aspects and things in ours, but that's just as easy as it came to be. And probably when we were talking, you know, we really didn't know exactly everything that we would need to do, but we have learned along the way, and many of you have helped us. And so I had said earlier, any ideas that you have for us, we take and we read everything that you send us. So if there's opportunities for us to improve, if there's things that you love and you never want us to change, tell us that. Anything that we can use to help make this experience better for you, we're all ears. So we have another challenge winner. So this time it is Marilyn. So go ahead, Marilyn, and we will see who is going to win this one.
As soon as I figure out how to do it. Same idea that Lillian had. I have taken all of the names of you who have posted a card under my color challenge, and they are listed here, and I'm going to spin the wheel. Yay, Karina!
Yay! Congratulations, Karina. If you can also, maybe whoever you signed up with or registered with, if you can just send along your address to us, to them, to one of us, that would be great. And we can pop your gift in the mail next week. Congratulations. And before we get to some trivia and your chance to ask us some questions, we want to give you the lay of the land for tomorrow. So, and if I forget anything, ladies, feel free to jump in and just say, hey, you forgot something. So tomorrow morning, we're doing something just a little bit different with when we start. We are doing just a quick get revved up session. So at 9 o'clock, so on the hour, we're not doing it before 9, so you don't have to worry about getting up any earlier. Right at 9 o'clock, we are going to be doing a get revved up, and it's short, super short. And it's just going to be a really quick introduction to the day again, because we know not everybody could attend this evening.
Right. Yeah.
So it's a quick introduction to the day and just a couple of reminders for you. And that starts at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Now, whenever we refer to a time here, we're talking Mountain Daylight Time. So just make the adjustment in your time zone if you are in a different time zone. And then right after that at 9:15 is when we're going to start our first demo. So our first project will go at 9:15. And for those of you who, well, and first of all, I'll give you the timing. So 9:15, and that one will probably go till about 10 to 10, somewhere around there. And we'll start another one at 10 o'clock, and then another one at 11 o'clock. And then in the afternoon, it will be at 1 Oh, did I get one? Well, we need our schedule.
I was just going to say, just a minute.
1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
Okay, I thought it was.
Yeah.
Only secret stamping is different.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. And thank you. And so what we'll do is we have our live presentation. So that will go usually about half an hour, a little bit longer maybe. And then we will post the PDF to make that project. So all of the supplies will be listed there. And when we're doing our presentation, you can kick back and just watch. You don't need to worry about trying to stamp at the same rate as us, having your stuff cut at all. The whole idea is that this is a relaxing day for you. So you watch what we do, and then you print off the PDF, and there's a video that goes along with it. So what we've done this time that's a little bit different, you can watch or rewatch the replay on Facebook, or there will also be a pre-recorded video. So we have all done these projects already once with a video, and they might be slightly different than what we end up doing tomorrow. We're going to say different things, I'm sure, but they are basically the exact same project. So that's going to happen right after the presentation. So everything we do, we've got 6 different projects we're going to do that way, 2 for each of us. I'm sure all of them will be a shot of inspiration for you. So we've been working hard on trying to think of what's something that's a little unique that we haven't done before. So if this is your first staycation, again, we don't want you to stamp along with us. Not at all. We want you to stamp, certainly afterwards, but not along with us. We just want it to be relaxing. So set up your computer, your tablet, or your phone. I hope it's got a big screen, somewhere comfy, and have yourself your coffee in the morning, your snacks. So whatever your snack is, and maybe put that into the comments right now. What is the snack that you're going to bring along to craft with us tomorrow? And just watch how we put it together. So always feel free to ask questions and comment. Please do that. And we're going to be asking you as we want it to be interactive. So we will always be asking you questions. So feel free to type away. Let me see. And we will be monitoring the comments. If you have a question that we all know the answer to, we will answer it for you. If we don't know the answer, so let's say I'm monitoring for Marilyn, we will wait and she will answer the question and get back to you. We will all do that. One of the things we won't do is we won't like everybody's comment as in Facebook like, just because one, it gets to be a fair bit of liking and commenting as well. Facebook frowns on that. So we don't want to do things against Facebook. So just know that if we don't put a little like on there, it's not because we don't like it. It just means that we are not doing everybody's. Okay. So let me see. What have I not said? Secret stamping. Lillian, would you like to tell everybody about that?
Sure. So secret stamping, some of you know what that's all about, and some of you say, well, what is it all about? And secret stamping is just like the name. You are going to stamp right along with us. It's the one time you do, but what you're making is a secret. So, and I'm not going to tell you, nobody is going to tell you ahead of time, but as we go along, you're going to get clues. And you will have seen today, we posted in the Facebook group, clue number 1, and I'm coming back to that in a minute. And then as we do secret stamping, which will start at 12:15 tomorrow, then I will, once everybody's done that, then I'll post clue number 2, and you'll do that step. And then clue number 3, and so on, until you reveal your own secret. So it's a lot of fun. Everybody seems to like it. And I know that I'm all excited about it. So the one thing that you do need to do to be prepared is prepare clue number 1, and that means gather your supplies. So if you haven't seen that post yet, take a look after we're finished, and I think you will see it under announcements as well as in the general discussion. So either one of those places, and gather those supplies and meet me at 12:15, and we'll find out what the secret is. Okay.
Thank you, Lillian. So we started secret stamping the second staycation, and it has proven to be one of the most popular parts of the day. So please try and have your stuff ready to go, because you will enjoy it. So the other thing that we have during the day is we have some tip videos. So we've each done a video, and we won't refer to them really any other time during the staycation, but it is a specific tip on what we've done this time. Well, I shouldn't tell you, but we have done something on different, should I tell them, ladies?
Sure.
Sure. We're not sure. It's different techniques. So each one of us has taken a technique of some kind, and we have done a video on it. So we hope that you enjoy that. When we've done each presentation, and when you get your PDF and you have a chance to craft, and some people have a chance to craft during the day, which is perfect. We love that. Post whatever you make in our comments section. So we love to see what people are doing. We're going to have the comments, but underneath the PDF. So where you see the PDF and the name of the project, that's where you want to post it. Don't post it on the video. In fact, you won't be able to post it on the video because we're going to turn the comments off after we're done. But go ahead and put it there. And the more the merrier. We would love to see what you use. And the whole idea is, we know that probably a lot of you have, you know, 1 or 2 stamps, and you have a little bit of paper and probably an embellishment or 2. We want you to use that stuff. We want you to use some of your stamping stash. Okay, so Marilyn is our techie lady, and she's from the beginning, and she's very good at it. And so we have a few tips for you on how to navigate the Facebook group. So I'm going to let her take that over right now.
Okay, thanks, Joanne. First of all, please remember that we are at the mercy of the internet. If something crashes on one of our systems or whatever happens, please know that we will get back to you as fast as we can. We will somehow let you know what's happening on our end. And if at all possible, we'll continue on. So like I say, we are at the mercy. Lillian has prepared a video on what to do to refresh your screen. You'll hear us talk about refresh your screen if you can't find us. No matter what device you're on, it'll be a little bit different, whether it's on a laptop, a big computer, an iPad, a phone. There is a certain way to refresh your screen. And if you've left it on, gone to get a drink or do whatever and come back and you're wondering where we are, just refresh the screen and we should appear in that group, as long as you're in that group. Joanne's already mentioned that we're not going to comment on everything. We have the scheduled posts ready to go, each for the presentations, as Joanne mentioned. And a couple days after we're finished, early next week, we will be sending out an email with all of the links to this part, the getting to know you, the thing tomorrow morning with Zoom, the winding up one at the end, and all of the PDFs will all be there for you to just click on in the email. So please, if you have a change in email address since you registered, you have to let us know or you're not going to get it. So, and also we are going to include in that, as well as a post on our group, a survey. Again, another place for you to be able to let us know what you like, what you didn't like, maybe what we could add next time, take away, that kind of thing. So we're always looking for comments there. So I think that's it, unless there's something else, ladies. We talked about our PDFs. We ask that you do not share them, or the photos that we put in there. Anything you make, we'd be happy to have you share them and tag us with them. But they are for you. You have paid to attend this with us, and we're happy you did. And so please do that. So I think that's it, Joanne, unless there's something else.
I don't think so. I think the only thing I might want to mention is I did mention already that we have pre-recorded the video. So if something technology-wise should go sideways, and my system seems to be the one that is sometimes the most unstable. So if that were to happen and it doesn't seem to be working, then I will shut that down and we will post the recorded video. We are really hoping that's not going to be the case. And tonight it seems to be working just fine. So we're going to touch wood and cross our fingers and toes. But just know that if that happens, don't go away, because we'll be talking to you through posts. but just sort of keep an eye on there, okay? But just in case. Anything else? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Okay, so that's been a whole whack of talking. Carmen, were there any ideas or thoughts or questions that folks might have had for us that we need to? I don't see any in the chat, so it doesn't look like it. Oh, there's one. Nothing. Okay,
Nothing.
thank you, Carmen.
Thanks, Carmen.
And does anybody, well, we'll ask, and you can just post it in the comments to the Facebook Live. Does anybody have any questions for tomorrow? Is there something that we haven't answered for you that you would really love us to answer? And if there isn't that, is there any question that anybody has for us that you would like either an answer to, either based on what we said in our bio, or crafting related, or something is our favorite, or whatever? If you have a question, just post it in there. And I do see that we have a further question in our chat, and I don't know if that's an actual question or nope. Okay. Okay, so here's your next question. So you can still go ahead and type that. I know I just went from one question to another, but here's your next question. And it's based on our celebrations. What's the best, capital BEST, best celebration you can remember being part of in your whole life? Now, for some of us, our whole life is getting to be fairly lengthy. Some of us, it's a little bit shorter, but what's the best celebration that you can remember in your whole life, and what made it the best celebration? So that one, we'll be interested to see what some of those comments are. Okay, now type that in, and we are going to do a little bit of a trivia game. So we asked you all a couple questions. We were limited to 3, and you're probably glad that we are limited to 3 on Facebook, because we could have asked you a lot more. We asked you that as you joined the group. And so we've taken some of those answers and a little bit of information that we also know about each of you. And we think, sorry, and we want to see if you know the answers. Now, this is not very high technology here. I just have pieces of paper that I'm going to hold up, and I will read the question for you. But we are going to start with, and what you're going to do is you're going to answer one of the questions. So I've asked a question, and then I've given you 3 answers, and you can just pick one of the answers. So the first one.
I'll spotlight you, Joanne.
Okay.
They could just say A, B, or C, Joanne.
They can, yes. So the first one is, how many of our staycationers do you think are attending this weekend's event for the first time? A, less than 15%, B, between 15 and 30, or C, more than 30. So how many of our staycationers do you think are attending this weekend's event for the very first time? How many are virgin staycationers? Less than 15, between 15 and 30, or more than 30. So go ahead. We're not going to give you the answers tonight. So we're not going to do that. We're going to give you the answers tomorrow. So just go ahead and answer them, and you'll be in suspense all evening. I know. And now the second question. Now, silly me, I went ahead and I printed these double-sided. So hopefully I'm not going to screw up too much. The second question is, how many total collective staycations do you think all of you have attended so far? So some of you have attended none. Some have attended, this is 4, so 3. How many have attended 2? Like, how many all together out of everybody that we have? And I'll tell you, we have 60 people this time. So thank you, everybody. Less than 50, between 50 and 75, or more than 75. This is the collective. Less than 50, between 50 and 75, or more than 75. And again, we will not give you the answer tonight. So there's that one. You guys are loving having to only put A, B, or C, aren't you? Okay, next one. What percentage of our staycationers are from outside of Canada? So less than 1%, between 1 and 3%, or more than 3. So less than 1%. And I told you how many we had. Less than 1, between 1 and 3, or more than 3? So go ahead and put your answer in there. And as I said, we will give you the answer, just not tonight. There's 5 trivia questions. Now, some of you are going to be adding this up in your head because some of you know a fair bit about your fellow staycationers. This one is, how many Stampin' Up! Demonstrators do we have in our group? Do we have less than 10, between 10 and 20, or more than 20? How many Stampin' Up! Demonstrators do we have in the group? Less than 10, between 10 and 20, or more than 20? One more question. No, yes. See, I almost screwed up there. I must be the same one again. This one was the very first question we asked everybody. What is the #1 favorite celebration our staycationers like to craft for? Is it birthdays, Christmas, or other? Birthdays, Christmas, or other, our #1 favorite celebration that we all love to craft for. Birthdays, Christmas, or other. Okay, so that's our staycation trivia for this year. That's the first time we've done that. So let us know if you found that, like I said, maybe tomorrow you might find it interesting when we give you the answers.
It made you think anyway.
Yes. Well, we hope it made you think.
Or
So
that.
thank you for playing along. I can see, I'm keeping my eye just, it's really hard for me being an accountant. It's really difficult for me just not to watch just a tiny little bit out of this corner of this eye, what's going on in the comments. But thank you for playing along, everybody. We are, again, so glad that you are here and glad that you are playing along with us. So we have another challenge winner alert, and this time it's me. So I am going to share my screen here and go here, share. And so mine was the technique with the embossing and the vellum. So this is everybody. Oh, I think that, Betty G. Congrats, Betty.
Congrats. Yay.
So I'm gonna stop sharing. There we go. Here. So Betty, if you can just, and Betty, I know that you are a friend of mine. So go ahead and send me your address so that we can send you your gift. So thank you everybody who played along and did a challenge. I think one of the best parts, there's a lot of best parts to staycation, but one of the best parts is seeing other people's designs that they create, because everybody has just a little different take on things, and they use their stamps in a little different way, or they have a different technique that they use. And so it's always fun for us and for all the rest of you, we hope and we think, to see what other people are doing. So thank you everybody for playing along. Okay, so we have one more little game for you. This one definitely has some prizes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flash my screen here. I'm not going to flash you, but I'm going to flash my screen.
I'm going to.
I have a picture here of a messy desk. And what I'm going to do is we are going to give you a short period of time to take a look at that desk. This is like, when you go to the bridal shower and the baby shower, this is a little bit like it, except it's not a shower. And so you're going to see it there, and then you are going to type into the comments the most things, and you don't have to get the proper name, whatever you want to call it. If you get the proper name, bonus, but you're going to try and get the most things. You're going to put them all into one comment. So just type it into the comment. If you use commas, that'd be great. But if it's a run-on sentence, like, abracadabra, no, abracadabra.
No.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, something like that. That will work too.
Leave a space between the words so we can read them.
Yeah, that would be helpful.
Okay, I'm going to spotlight your phone.
Get my video on here, if I can.
Whoops. Oh, yeah, you've got to turn it on before I can spotlight it.
Yeah. Oh, how do I do that here? It doesn't want to go on. Of course.
Of course.
Here we go.
So everybody get your fingers ready.
Okay, everybody. So go ahead and spotlight it. So we are giving you a little bit of time. So go ahead and start typing now. What do you see in this messy desk? Type away, and as many things as you can get on there is great. We are timing you, so at least Marilyn's gonna yell out here pretty soon.
There it is.
Oh, there it is. So I am now going to stop the video on there. There we go. So keep typing. Get as many of those items into the comments as you can. That would be wonderful. Let's see. Okay, I think that's it for tonight. So we just wanted to have a little bit of fun. We wanted to tell you a little bit about your day, a little bit about ourselves. Again, does anybody have any questions that you would like us to answer for you? It came to you in the last few minutes. We will be here for, well, a few minutes anyway, but I think that is it for this evening. We will start tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. sharp. Again, remember that's Mountain Daylight Time. And we will be hitting the floor running, hitting the craft floor running with scissors even. And so we'll be excited to see you here. We will be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and we will be ready to craft right away. And we are really looking forward to spending the day with you. And we hope that you're looking forward to spending the day with each other. And it's going to be a fun day. So I'll just check really, really quickly to see if we have any questions. It doesn't look like we have any coming in. You're all still typing. I can see you're typing all of those things there. So the person with the most right ones just might win something. So, okay. So we'll see you guys tomorrow morning, bright and early, and get yourselves comfy and have your favorite beverage.
Okay. Bye
Good night,
now.
ladies.
Bye.